Hi guys, this is Patrina Mar-Shae, and I am welcoming you to Light, Love, and Lyrics, an episode of Light, Love, and Lyrics. Like I told you before, I was going to bring some powerful people along with me. So we're going to talk about health, wealth, love, and self-expression, right? So today we're going to talk about wealth, and I have a powerful lady here with me today, and her name is Pamela Dean of Dean's Tax Services. No apostrophe, just Dean's Tax Services, okay? Miss Pamela Dean, here she is, right here. Doesn't she look lovely? And I'm gonna let her tell us a little bit about herself and her background.
I am from Covington, Tennessee. I have 4 children, 5 grandchildren, and I've been in the tax business since right out of high school, 1991. You don't have to count me. Anyway, I've been doing taxes for over 30 years, storefront for 23 years. So a little tax, a little consultations, business structure, a little bit of all of it.
Okay. A lot of people, so what we're trying to do today is just to educate people and empower everyone on how to create generational wealth for ourselves and for our children and for, the generations that are to come. So a lot of people want to start their LLC for one thing or start their own business. So I know that that's one thing that you told me, we talked about on the phone, that you help to build people up and like to help them to start their businesses and start to get things started and rolling for themselves. And that's one thing that I'm personally working on. So is there any way that you can just give us some pointers on like what I would do to start my LLC?
Starting an LLC, you want to register Secretary of State.
Okay.
Whatever state you're in. Of course, there's stipulations on different states. That's number 1. Number 2, you want to get your EIN, which is your employer ID number.
Okay.
Number 3 is where people always mess up because it kind of go under the belt a bit.
Okay.
It's TIN-TAP. You have to register your business with the TIN-TAP.
Ooh,
that puts you in the Department of Revenue.
Okay.
And if you're not registered, when someone pulls you up, you're not a business to them. So that is the 3 pointers.
And that's TIN-TAP?
TIN-TAP.
Okay.
Yes.
I think that's what I'm missing.
You register your business, of course, that way you can pay your business taxes there. You also can pay your franchise and excess taxes, separate taxes you can pay there. But that is the main place you need to go to register your business.
Okay. Well, thank you.
Yes.
One thing now, when I did my LLC and I signed up, I have another business that I signed up for. One thing that I kind of got a little bit confused on, or I didn't know how to answer that, was should I do a C corporation or S corporation? So could you explain a little bit about that, which is which and which one I may want to sign up for, or how I would do that?
S Corp, you can have at least 100 shareholders. It's really an individual corporation thing. When you're dealing with the C Corp, you can have as many shareholders you would like.
Okay.
And another thing, when you're dealing with those 2 types, when you sign up for your EIN, the employee ID number, on that IRS form, it tells you exactly what form to file, and that is about the questions you answer with the Secretary of Tennessee. A lot of people don't even just need that right now. If they just start off with sole proprietorship, then it makes it easier. And then once you build your business, get into all the big money, you know what I'm saying? Then you want to think about the 1120, the 1120C and 1120S. So you want to try to stay the little man until you with the Schedule C's, until you establish your business.
So once I get established, then I need to come see you.
Yeah.
And you gonna handle all that. Okay.
That is it.
Gotcha.
That is it. I got you.
All right. So we talked about building our business, and we already know the steps to that. But if I don't have enough money to like start out with building a business, I want to get your opinion on this now, because if I just got like $500 to maybe $1,000 or something like that, and I just want to invest instead of buying the next new pair of shoes, or instead of buying an Apple Watch or whatever, I want to say, okay, I want to take this money and invest. Like, is that too little of an amount to invest to get a good profit back?
That's a good question. No, it's not.
Okay.
But A good investment would be life insurance.
Oh.
So, IUL, which is Index Universal Life.
Mm-hmm.
So if you invest $100 a month, you say, that would get you started on building generational wealth. So why not self-fund yourself instead of going with your usual 401s and all that? If you invest that $400, you say, toward Index Universal Life, then that will build your which IULs are money you can borrow now. You can borrow that money while you're alive. You know what I'm saying? All life insurance is not available when you die. You know what I'm saying? So IUL you can invest in now, and you can borrow against it. So you have any fatalities or anything come up, you can actually borrow from that money.
Okay. Is there a penalty if I borrow?
No, you don't. You borrow from yourself.
Okay.
And the only thing about it is, if you take money from yourself, of course the cash value is lower. Let's say that person were to pass. The cash value will be lower if that money is not paid back. So that's the only thing with that. With borrowing money from yourself, try to make sure you pay that money back. Keep your cash value up.
Right. So you can borrow money, invest it in something maybe, and then once you've doubled it, then you can put it back, and then you can still have it if somebody does pass.
And it does gain good interest. At least 6% per year, and that varies.
That's really good.
Yes.
Okay. How long would it take me to build that? Like if I was putting $100 a month in, like how long would it take me to build it until I can take some out and?
It varies. What we do, we have a scale.
Okay.
And we try to go by the Rule 72.
Okay.
So it's like that is like interest divided by 72.
Okay.
So whatever interest, for that year, it's a scale we go by.
Okay.
Like
okay.
that.
I got you.
And it is based on a lot of different things. So
Okay.
you just have to, get what doesn't find out about
Okay.
that.
All right. Well, I'm interested in that. I'm gonna start on that as soon as possible. As a matter of fact. So thank you for that. IRAs and Roth IRAs, and like people are talking about investing in those things, and how you can make money off of those. So can you explain, maybe give a definition of or a contrast of which is which, and would it be a good idea to invest, or how I would invest in those if I chose that?
Of course, Roth IRAs are lifetime investments. The traditional IRAs, a lot of this stuff is dealing with stocks and bonds.
Right.
So our biggest thing is to self-fund ourselves. And it still goes back to IRAs, but of course I do life insurance, and it's an investment. So we want to fully self-fund ourselves.
Okay.
So that meaning with a Roth IRA, it's a lifetime investment. So once you start putting money in that, then it carries you for life. When you're dealing with the traditional IRAs, then you're dealing with stocks and bonds. So let's say the market crash, your money is gone. Let's say with the traditional IRA, if you're in an index annuity, then your money sits when the market crashes. It sits there. When it rises, your money rises.
Okay.
It doesn't crash. So the main thing is the lowering of the stocks and bonds that crashes the market on the traditional IRAs. Roth IRAs are the lifetime investments.
And they don't crash.
So
they only go up.
Index annuity.
Okay.
That's what it is. A fixed index annuity, which when the market crashes, your money sits still.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Well,
So you can't do no but gain money on that.
Okay. Well, I want to sign
That's
up
a
for
win-win.
that one. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Well, thank you. I'm glad you explained that. So.
Okay. It's of course it's always a little bit. It's a lot dealing with both of them.
Right.
But to pull out the main thing, that's the main thing I pulled.
Okay, so that's the one that you would suggest, the Roth.
Yes.
All right.
Roth IRA.
Okay.
Lifetime investments.
Gotcha. Once I get everything invested, and once I get all my I's dotted and my T's crossed and all of those things, I want to put everything into a safe place, right? Okay. So I don't know a whole lot about doing a trust. Okay. But I've heard people say that, once you get your LLC, you want to put it in a trust, or you want to put it to where, your children can get it, or put it under their names, or however that goes. So could you just give me a little bit of a rundown on how I would put everything in a safe place, and what kind of trust that I would use for that, if that's what we were putting it in, a trust?
Yes.
Okay.
Trust, first of all, is an entity.
Okay.
So it won't just be in one name. You will have beneficiaries, which of course you want to make sure is a good selection.
Okay.
Because they'll be managing your finances. So by getting a trust, this keeps everything out of probate court. Okay. And this keeps the creditors away. Mm-hmm. Nobody will be able to attack your properties, your whatever, your real estate, whatever you have. Mm-hmm. That keeps them away. So only thing about it is, if you wanted to manage it, you would have to be an executive of that trust. So other than that, you pick your beneficiaries, which would be able to manage these your properties or whatever, and everything would work out right.
So if I wanted to do a trust, I would put it in my business's name, the name of the LLC. Is it?
Well,
it's its own entity.
It's its own entity.
Okay.
So if you wanted to manage it, you would have to be named as the executive.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and then put the all of the things that I have, like if I have real estate and all that, just put it under that trust, and then I'm just the executor.
Yes.
And then it eliminates me from probate court or anything, or anybody coming against anything that I have. And then I can leave it to
your beneficiary.
My beneficiary.
And prayerfully, they're a good source. So
they will be a good source. Right. So then they're. And just in one thing, that's just the generational wealth right there.
It just comes all the way back to the generational wealth.
Perfect. So, Miss Pamela, you have given us a rundown on everything that we need to do as far as investing, as far as life insurance, all of those things, and Roth IRA and IRAs, and we talked about the trust and all of those things. So all of those are collective form of building generational wealth. So I really want to thank you for being on Light, Love, and Lyrics, and helping me and helping everybody else who is watching. I have one more question for you, though. I would like for you to explain to us how we can find you, because if I want to work with anybody, I know that you already know exactly what you're talking about. So we want to know how we can get in touch with you, how to find you, or what website we need to go to. Can you give us a little insight on that?
My firm is Dean's Tax Services.
Right.
We're located at 881 F Highway 51 South, Covington, Tennessee. I also have another location, Ripley, Tennessee, 135 Watkins Avenue, and that's Ripley, Tennessee 38063. I have a Facebook page, Dean's Tax Services, and I have a broker, we have a website, and it's called Generational Wealth Building with Rod Hickman. Okay. So if you just label me as a reference, it will connect that to me.
Well, I already said I'm gonna call you Monday.
So looking forward to it.
Okay, all right. Well, thank you again so much.
Thank you.
Thank y'all for joining us.